Welcome in, Sheila. Sky Viking, welcome in. The karmics are no longer laughing. You play karmic games, you win karmic prizes. See, the thing is, when you're in karmic energy, you create chaos. When you play karmic games, you win karmic prizes. Some people and their children need to heal. The inability to heal is met with stubbornness and cowardice. The inability to go deeper than surface level. The show must go on. Thank you, Spirit. See, when bitter people decide to do magic, 9 times out of 10, it backfires. Okay? And this is why it's so predominantly important to do your healing. Because if you're going to manifest anything in your life, and you come upon the notion that you want to rip people apart, instead of focusing on your own, and focusing on your healing, and you'd rather rip somebody apart, you end up falling in the hole you dig for them. I have not yet, to this day, met a karmic witch or warlock that has gotten what they wanted. A lot of the different people that choose to rip people's lives apart only build upon their rise. You only present a resistance to their blessings, like a floodgate. You may hold back their blessings, but you cannot stop what is meant for people. You cannot ruin what is destined for people. You may be able to hold it back. You may be able to stall it out. But what is meant for your destiny will always be yours. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. So, karmics, instead of continuing to be surface level and not going deep and reflecting on your actions, it creates more karmic energy for you. My advice to you is to focus on your own and focus on what you need to do to be in the best light that you can be. It's about taking accountability for what you've done. It's about being responsible for your own energy and understanding the energy that you project outward to other people only comes back to hurt you in the end. To my tribe, I love you. I really do. Deep in my soul, I appreciate absolutely every single one of you. To my supporters, my members, my subscribers, you mean the world to me, and I wouldn't have it any other way. To the new people that are joining us tonight, I'd like you to refer to the description box. It will give you all the information that you need to know regarding my channel and regarding what I offer here. Tonight's reading isn't to hate on the karmics. It is to help them elevate, so that way they can find a new lease on life, a new way to think, a new perspective. So if tonight's messages resonate, if tonight's messages vibe with you, it is to reflect and to step into your best timeline. It's to help you to refocus into living your best life. I'm being called to talk about relationships. When you are in karmic energy, it is very surface level relationships. And it's due to the fact that you've been shattered and hurt. It's due to the fact that you chose to not heal the pain and just move on to the next person. Sometimes when we are shattered and we are brokenhearted, it takes one of the biggest and most powerful parts away from us to a place of uncertainty and chaos. And although unfortunate, it is also a time to grow. It is a time to understand. It is a time to learn. As you learn and as you grow, you become stronger within your heart, within your mind, within your soul. when you project karmic energy out into the world, you're not helping anyone. You're not even helping yourself. And the bitterness that you carry is definitely part of that. And until you heal that bitterness, you will not find peace that you are searching for. Until you heal that bitterness, you will continue to project that bitterness out into the world, and what you give, you will receive. And this, my friends, tribe, new viewers, is why you are seeing so much chaos in the world today. It is because of this karmic energy and the people that are unhealed walking around creating chaos. It is the reason why we are in the situation that we are. Karmic energy hits everyone, no matter who you are. We are grown into that karmic energy due to the people that we surround ourselves with. You have the ability to rise above it and step into divine energy. But it is a personal choice as to whether or not you get there. It takes a lot of work in order to remove yourself from that karmic energy. But I attest to my own experience. It is definitely worth it. When you step into this divine energy, you will find peace. You will find love. You will find respect in all the right places. But it takes a vulnerability of knowing thyself and what you are truly capable of in order to get there. Tonight's reading is a way of insight into what you may need to work on and focus on to better your life and to be able to step into that karmic, to the divine energy. It's a moment of realization that you are the one you've been searching for this whole time. Because it is you, the captain of your own ship, the painting of your own canvas, the chooser of your own colors, that will become your masterpiece and your further destination. To look the other way, to sweep it under the rug, and to mind your own business, or mind other people's business, is not the way to go about it. It is a personal responsibility in which you make the choice to change your life. It is up to you. The current state of the world is due to that karmic energy. And the moment we all, as a collective, take responsibility for our own energy, our own projections, our own actions, is the moment things change. If you continue to sweep things under the rug, you're going to need a bigger rug. And what you will find is the things that you sweep under that rug are the things that are holding you back. So until you sit with each and every single thing that is holding you back, you will continue to stay in this karmic energy. There are people that are out there that are doing the soul searching, that are doing the work. And I commend you. I stand with you. For there are other karmics noticing the work that you are doing for yourself. And they are trying to pull you back into that karmic energy rather than focusing on themselves. They choose to rip you apart. They choose to hold you back. They choose to bring you to your knees in desperation, not realizing they are not only cursing themselves, but they're cursing their whole bloodline. Some of these people feel that they should not apologize and that they have nothing to apologize for the sadness that they cause and the chaos they ensue. And yet it brings them quite happiness and joy to bring others down when they should be focusing on themselves, living their best life. It's not about just living your best life. It's about stepping up and out of this karmic energy and recognizing the impact that they've made. It's about righting the wrongs. It's about creating a balance. And it's about taking responsibility for your actions. The uncontrollable feeling that they have, the overwhelming of emotions, and the gossip that they spread, all while throwing rocks and hiding their hands, not taking responsibility for their bad choices and games that they play, and the mixed signals that they project onto others. It gives them a dead end. It gives them a wall to run right square into. People think they're getting away with it, but what they fail to understand is the divine is within absolutely every single one of us. And it is waiting for you to make the right decision. It is making time and space either your blessing or your enemy. For the people that are in denial of the karmic chaos that they ensue, every decision you've made, everything you've done to hurt someone else will and always come back to haunt you. The divine sees everything. We often are paranoid of Big Brother putting up cameras everywhere we go, not realizing that the divine that is within you, that gives you life, is a camera in itself. The mind, the heart, the intention that you hold is recorded at every moment, every second of every day. You cannot hide, no matter how far you run. It will follow you, even into your next life. Until you finally break down, until you finally bring yourself to freedom by cutting the ties that bind you to your karmic energy, by taking responsibility and taking action to heal your heart, heal your mind, and heal your soul. The decision is ultimately yours, no one else's. To the divine ones, to the ones doing the work, to the ones that are healing their spirit, to the ones that are healing their heart, I stand with you. We are the changers of the world. We are the ones that will rise, using the karmics as our stepping stool. It's not about just releasing and letting go and moving on. It is about seeing where we went right and seeing where we went wrong. And the moment we realize the impact that we've made upon the earth is the moment we step into our true essence of who we are. That moment where we take responsibility for our own actions and our own life. To the karmics that have been released from relationships and wanting another chance, to come back after realizing of their own actions. Yet, you're not wanting to heal. You're not wanting to take responsibility. This is your first action of realization. Without you taking responsibility for your actions, there will be no room for healing. To feel shame and to be humbled by that shame, to feel guilt and to be humbled by that guilt, to take responsibility and recognize what you have done to other people is only half the battle. But it is very worth it. It brings upon you a great release. It brings you a way out. It brings you a map of certainty to your healing. And it is up to you, ultimately, to make that choice. And for the karmics that are actually getting something from this reading today, and that are willing to step up, and willing to step towards their divine energy, I'm proud of you. And I'm happy for you. It will take a great release to do so. A release of the pain that you suffer from, of the broken heart. And a lot of the karmics, you may feel that you're in a lot of pain during the day. You might have achy muscles. You might have illnesses that burden you. And it is due to this karmic energy that you hold that bring about a physical manifestation of your stress. The divine energy that is within you has the ability to heal you from the inside out. But it is you that must take this action and step into it. The biggest thing that I can give you is be courageous in your healing and know that it is definitely worth it for your rise. And I have faith that the karmics will do the work, but it takes their own decision to do so. There's not a pill out there that will heal you. All it does is mask the symptoms of the true stress that you have within you. True healing starts with you. True healing starts with courage and responsibility for you to step into your highest timeline. As you realize this, and as you do your work, you will feel a release within yourself of the burdens on your shoulders. The people that are carrying weight, that it is not theirs, it is time for you to recognize and release that what no longer serves you. It is a moment in time to call your power back and to cut cords that no longer serve you. For this is what truly holds you back from living your best life. The feelings of lust, the feelings of temptation, the feelings of power that you seek is nothing but an illusion. The true power that you seek resides within your heart space. And with the fact that you walk around with a broken heart, shattering other people, isn't the way to go about it. Because you only perpetuate the chaos. The moment you take it upon yourself to courageously go within and go deep into your subconscious to heal the pain of your childhood, of abandonment, of ridicule, of judgment, is the moment everything decides to change. Each and every single one of us are given abilities. We've had these abilities from day one, from the day that we were born. And although as you grow, you may not understand these abilities, as you grow and as you observe and evolve, there will be a greater understanding come over you. The pain that you feel within yourself can be transmuted into power. So to think that life is too painful to heal, that is the catalyst. That is the ingredient of your biggest empowerment. The constant judgment, the rape, the abuse, the ridicule. It is but a memory when you finally heal. And it is a reminder of how far you've come to get to where you are now, in this very moment. The ability to see it not only from your perspective, but the point of your abuser is paramount to your understanding that hurt people hurt people. This does not give them any excuse to hurt you. It does not give them any free pass to hurt you. And it is obscene to think that they are going to get away with it. For the people that are abused, that have been used and thrown and discarded, I see you, I feel you, I know you. To the people that have been left for dead, that have been left alone, I see you, I feel you, and I know you. I call upon the Great Spirit, the angels, the ancestors, the guides, guards, and protectors, the divine light, to bring about a healing of the earth and all who reside upon it. Let the divine essence blanket Mother Earth and all of its inhabitants with courage, with love, and empowerment, with the eyes to see, the nose to breathe, and the mouth to speak, and the heart to feel the love of the divine within you, to bring about a courageous healing, an elevation, an evolution, a revolution, an ascension into our highest timeline. Great Divine Spirit, please blanket my collective with protection, courage, and love. Allowing them to see the truth that is you within their life, the divine essence that beats their heart, that brings them to their next highest timeline. As above, so below, as within, so without, and so it is. Angels of the ethers, in the higher realms, I ask of you to bring about a message for my collective, to help them to step into their highest timeline, to bring about clarity and courage for their healing. The great Archangel Uriel is saying it is going to be okay. No matter what is happening, it's going to be okay. Everything is working out for you. The angels of light are shining upon you, your situation, and anyone involved. If you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious, know that this is a reminder of how much that you care about things turning out well, and they will turn out well. Your activation Thank you, Archangel Uriel, for helping me trust in the process. Elohim, karmics are paid. Karmic debts are paid. Release yourself from the pain of guilt. Your debts are paid. Who you were in the past is not who you are today. If you had known then what you know now, you would have made different choices. But you cannot change what has happened. You can only change how you move forward. So release yourself from the pain of the past. Activation. I take responsibility for my own karma. The healing rays. Healing is not linear. Healing happens today, not tomorrow. Angels of healing are surrounding you at this time, and in order to support their mission of guiding you to a state of wholeness, it's essential for you to move out of resentment and regret and into a state of trust. Trust in the higher powers that they are surrounding you now. They are on your team, working with you, for you, and through you. Activation. I support my own experience of healing. Let's see what the dragons have to say. Great dragons of the north, south, east, and west, the upper, the lower, the middle realms. Please be here to bring about a message to my collective, to encourage their healing, to encourage them to rise above and into their highest timeline. I thank you for these messages. Thank you for these blessings. Thank you for the guidance. Earth and water dragon creates the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. Sunshine Yellow Dragon helps you to help animals, serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. Thor's red, black, and gold dragon protects you in the times of change. A time of rapid transition and transformation is upon you. Relax. You are safe. Animal whispers. What is the best blessed message for my collective? You are protected. Your vision is protected. You are master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm, and your path will unfold. Persevere, and you will succeed. You have everything that you need to be protected and happy. Giraffe, visionary. Rise above earthly matters and glide through the life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. A message from the Sacred Feminine, Mary Magdalene. Great Sacred Feminine, if there was a message for my collective that they needed to hear right now, what would that be? Ascension and the guardian angel. Trying to gain a higher spiritual state of awareness may feel like a long and slow process. Yet remember that a part of you exists always in a higher spiritual state. Higher consciousness is knowing and wisdom far beyond words or explanation. It is your true nature, the eternal light of your soul. There is no point trying to reach it, just as there is no point trying to escape your physical reality. To ascend spiritually is to accept and love your physical reality. Higher consciousness means being fully present in each moment. So stop trying to reach it, and you may just realize you're already there. Guardian angel. To the rational mind, it seems that nothing can exist without having a beginning and an end. In the physical world, things are born and then they die. Things start and then come to an end. On the surface, this is what we see and often believe. However, when we delve deep into the spiritual heart of matter, a different picture emerges. Energetically, nothing ever truly dies. Everything in life simply transforms. Everything and everyone is forever held within love's eternal embrace. Spiritually, everything and everyone you love are always present, and nothing is ever truly lost or missing. So smile and don't be sad, for everyone that you love is forever present in your heart, just as you are forever present within theirs. Time and space are but an illusion. Whether spiritually or physically, we all exist right now. Life is but one eternal moment. For those wondering if we are going to get into the Karmic Chicken deck, we will. I'm going to do a collective and I'm going to do clarification with it. Find out where we are, where we need to go, and how we need to get there. Voice of Souls, what is the best blessed message for my collective tonight? Karmic relationship and help, but it's both in the reverse. With the help card, this is what your soul might have to say to you. You feel unable to do things correctly, and at this moment you feel alone. Everything feels complicated, and you feel only that you can manage others. You feel others are abandoning you, one after the other, leaving you to face all these obligations alone. But you're not alone, because I am here. I am and will always be at your side. So take some time to connect with me sometimes. And you may feel things are blocked, as if something were blocking inside you. That is me, inviting you to take a break and to hear my wise counsel. For now, take a few minutes of silence in your day, a few minutes of rest. This will help you to hear me and to know that you have all the capabilities that you need to take up the challenges that you are facing. They are not insurmountable, and I am with you, and together we will move forward in a positive way. Your spirit guides, we are sending you signs to help you become aware that you can move forward alone. You feel that you can't accomplish important things on your own, yet you have a great capability to adapt, and you can show great perseverance. We are sending you many signs related to the number 18. Remember what happened when you turned 18 and what happened 18 months ago. You experienced important things at those times, which enabled you to forge great inner resilience. You are capable of great things, but we wish you to also remember everything that you have already accomplished. You feel that we are not with you, but we are always at your side. For a few months, try acting on your own and become aware of your inner strength. We are here, but we don't act, because it's up to you to build your own path and create your own positive evolution. That is the goal of your incarnation. and the entity that is you. I know you're asking for my help. I know that when you think of me, your throat immediately tightens. I know that you feel I could help you more, but that is not my role. I used to find it difficult to accept help from others. I thought it wasn't right for me. And I was also afraid of being criticized later on. And so, I did many things alone that put me through difficult experiences, but it was instructive for my soul. I am with you, but my role is not to help you directly. I am here to bring you joy so you may awaken your inner child. I put things on your path that can make you smile and bring you lightness. I am here so that you may take a breather and just be in the moment. Karmic relationship. Your soul. You need to understand the connection that you have with another person, another soul. You need to understand why that relationship can be so complicated, or why those feelings are so strong. You need to categorize the relationship. This relationship is a karmic one, which means both your souls have already met in a previous life. But this is no reason for the relationship to become toxic, or for you to accept things that aren't right for you. Part of you is afraid of cutting this relationship short, or focusing on its karmic depth. However, this prevents you from connecting to your free will and making decisions on your own. Today, I'm sending you signs to help you detach yourself from this relationship, to take a step back, and to connect to your free will. Don't think that unexpected events are signs of fate. They are important to help you connect to your inner strength and let go. Your spirit guides. The next 2 days will be rich for you in signs and important events. You are experiencing an important transition in your energy and emotions or inner being. You are at a life's crossroad, so we invite you to make important choices. We invite you to make these choices on your own. While others can advise you, you are the one who must decide. It's important that you make the decisions. Signs of our presence will be strong in the next 2 days. They may take on different forms. Embrace them with confidence and compassion. We are by your side to help you be confident in your capabilities of courage and perseverance. These choices will determine a new important path for you. They will let you evolve and learn in a positive way. You can do anything on your own because you can simply do it. The entity that is which is you. You and I have a karmic relationship. We meet again in life after life. Whether they are positive or negative experiences, our two souls experiment together. There is strong love between us, and know that we will meet again in the next life. Whatever we experience together, our connection and love are always powerful. Our love does not stop at physical death. Our love will endure through time and space. I feel this love for you. Today, I am letting you experiment. I am with you. But I do not want you to focus on my outer absence. I am here, but silent, but united with you through beautiful love. I am here. Focus on that thought and our indestructible connection, and keep on experimenting. Keep on living, being, and loving. Everything is beautiful for you. I'm so happy that my tribe is here with me tonight. The feeling to be ever so blessed by my tribe. Makes things bearable. Okay. I'm going to look into the Lightworker's Oracle. One card, because it's a lot of reading. And then we will tap into, we still have to do the archetypes, and then I'll do that. Archetypes of the Great Unknown. What is the greatest message, most blessed message for my collective tonight? Apocalyptus. Really? The Shapeshifter, the Judge, and the One. Let's unpack it. So, the initiation. Non-duality, one love, unus immundus. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The One is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us from most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy, yet when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness, and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away, and we are left with what is, the precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and the receiver of this beautiful fortune. When the light, it serves, it loves, accepts, and resonates. And when in the dark, it ignores, it omits, and excludes. The judge, the critic, the diplomat, the advocate. The judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and others. Ironically, the judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry, and fear-mongering. This is the judge out of balance, building walls, separating from other. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights, causes, and standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. Love is the deciding factor. Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times that we are in. Get your judge in order. The world needs it. The shapeshifter. The trickster, the elusive, the formless. The shapeshifter has a love of theater, games, and trickery. Its energy appears as one thing, only to reveal a more complex story below the surface. The shapeshifter is within all of us to some degree. It is the side of ourselves that is slippery, non-committal, and experimental, and longs to dismiss the rules. We need its energy to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of our existence. And when the shapeshifter card appears, it's important to imagine that you are looking at life through a kaleidoscope rather than a single focus lens. And at any moment, the scene may shift, revealing a more enchanting vision than you imagined. Be wary, though, as the allure of the kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for solid ground. Dancing long-term with the shapeshifter requires a central pillar of integrity that links us back to our center. When in the light, it's vibrant, it's adaptive, it's humorous. In the dark, it's the charlatan, people-pleasing, and trickery. Apocalyptus. Kind of like eucalyptus, but more chaotic. I'm kidding. I thought I'd play on words a little bit. Welcome in, sacred. Apocalyptus, removing the veil of deception. Apocalyptus indicates a particularly painful time, one that unfolds when two desperate dynamics occur simultaneously, pulling the psyche in seemingly opposing directions. The first is a lifting of the veil. This means truths that have been kept in the dark are being revealed, seen, seen and unearthed. No matter how relieving it is to witness them come into the light, an element of despair and grief will follow. The second dynamic is the regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth. The old narrative breaks and a new story forms. Apocalyptus is similar to a forest fire, the devastation for the sake of regeneration. The veil lifts and we see who and what has been hiding from the nakedness of the truth. A child is born. Have faith in the process and hold on to your center. That is the only way. When in the light, it's the unknown becomes known and guides the way. When in the dark, it's nihilism, fatalism, and hopelessness. I love how my cards confirm and coincide with my channeling, my beginning channeling. Great light worker activations and invocations. What is the best blessed message for my collective? Paradigm shift and initiation by fire. Four and 22. So the number 4 and 22 could very well be significant for you. There's a little boob, but this is the picture. You are undergoing radical growth in your belief systems. Now is the time to challenge old attitudes and question previous expectations. You are in an extraordinary time. Great leaps forward can be made in a moment. The world that you thought you knew can suddenly break open, and a new world can become your reality. Buddhists sometimes speak of the beginner's mind, that which assumes nothing and therefore is open to everything. A spiritual psychologist might call this the inner child, as it is innocent, curious, unfixed, and always learning. It doesn't get stuck on an answer having to be one way. There's openness to the unknown with curiosity instead. Old souls that can sometimes find it hard to recapture their not knowingness. Asking someone with a lot of life experience, who may have become a bit world weary, to drop expectations and look at the world through fresh eyes can be challenging. Yet, life becomes much more energizing and interesting when you are open and don't hold expectations about what will be. Suddenly, you are receptive to the universe helping you in ways that in the past you did not believe possible. All because you kept an open mind. If you're feeling that you don't really know yourself, your relationships, or your place in the world, as you once did, if you are feeling that what you once held to be certain now seems to be a little shaky, these are signs that you are going through a paradigm shift. This will bring you new perceptions that will free you to be in the world in the new way. You will find yourself shedding old limits, fears, and misconceptions. You're stepping beyond what you have known. You are a bit like a traveler in a new city, feeling awkward until she gets the lay of the land and how things operate in the new place. As you trust the unexpected and unknown, the universe will be able to help you in unexpected and previously unknown ways. If you find yourself questioning the views in mass media or spoken in the conversations that those around you are having, take heart and know that you are awakening from a fear-based world into a love-filled reality. Your confusion will soon transform into joy at discovering that you are free and have no reason to be afraid. You are encouraged by the universe to embrace the power that you have to be a free thinker. Accept the accelerated mental shift happening for you, even if it creates temporary uncertainty or discomfort. Dare to think thoughts of love rather than lower your vibration by choosing thoughts of fear. And trust, for something helpful and empowering is happening in your soul. Your invocation. Through divine grace and unconditional love, I open my mind to the higher truth of love. May my mind be cleansed from conditioning and gently opened to the light of love. I am willing to unlearn what no longer serves me. I am willing to receive teachings and information, guidance and assistance from those beings of pure light and unconditional love that can assist me on my life journey now. May my paradigm shift bring me closer to peace, love, empowerment, and happiness, and may this process be held in guardianship by the universe with grace, mercy, and tenderness. Through our own free will, so mote it be. Initiation by fire. Just in time for Beltane. Initiation by fire is a life-changing spiritual cleansing. Your life will never be the same again. Allow the power of divine fire to clear and purify you inside and out. This is not a time to hold on to anything. No matter how much you once believed you needed it, in letting go, you will gain so much more than you ever imagined, opening to fresh blessings and a new life. You are, like the phoenix, ready to emerge from the holy flames, reborn. You have the spirit of the phoenix within you. You are able to rise again and again, even if at times all seems lost. You are guided to remember this as you are now being spiritually cleansed through initiation by fire. During such times, you will feel that you are being asked to let go of relationships, situations, and sometimes even jobs, attitudes, and belief systems that you have relied upon until this point. You might have unintentionally placed more faith in that person, place, belief system, or identity than you placed in the divine. You might have held on to them rather than allowing the divine to guide you. This can happen easily on the earth plane. Sometimes these attachments become confined rather than supportive. In such case, you will need to free yourself to continue your life journey. During the initiation by fire, all such attachments are burned away. A new life is a blessing, but that doesn't mean that it is easily won. Sometimes the process can be challenging to the mind, even while the heart trusts in what is taking place. Whatever has been your stronghold in life, such as family, a marriage, a job, security, a talent, or something that you have used to define your sense of self, will be where the fire burns the brightest. Those areas will be transformed. Letting go and allowing that to happen to the very parts of your life that you are most protective of can require a very deep faith. You have to remember that love is real so that you can hold on to your courage while you let go and allow the divine to have its way. Remember that the power of fire is destructive only in part. It also stimulates rapid new growth. Healing will arise in whatever area is being transformed. It is not only an ending, but it's also a new beginning. This experience of initiation by fire is the divine making its presence felt in your life. It will be one of the most freeing and empowering experiences you'll have while in the physical body. It may ask you to confront fears and insecurities as you learn to trust the divine unconditionally. Know that the universe will always provide you and provide for you, and always in the way that is best for you. Even if you don't understand why it needs to happen the way that it does at the time. Keep your eyes on the inner transformations that are occurring rather than fearing the outer changes. The universe loves you and holds you to a high regard. Remember this and trust. Initiation is an advanced spiritual lesson. You are being honored by what is happening in your life right now. You are strong enough to get through it and thrive into a new life. Like a radiant phoenix triumphantly emerging from the sacred fire and ashes. Invocation. Through my own free will, I choose to trust in the sacred fire to cleanse my soul, my mind, and my body. I have the spirit and the power of the phoenix within me. My spirit will be triumphant, rising up out of the sacred divine fire. So I surrender my life into the holy fire of love, that which no longer serves me may be cleansed from my being, and rapid growth of a new life can flow through me. May I be held in tenderness, mercy, and grace as I successfully pass through the initiation by fire into the loving, fearless power of my own divine nature. May all beings, through divine mercy, be free to love. So mote it be. Welcome in, everyone, and thank you for joining me tonight. Where am I picking from the deck, collective? I'm shuffling it right now. Anybody that wants to throw in on the poll, go ahead and take your vote. Karmic Chicken. What do we need to know right now? What am I clarifying tonight in this evening's reading? I'll tell you, Spirit's definitely got a sense of humor. Spirit wanted me to do a Karmic Chicken reading tonight. And Spirit also compelled me to make the title what it is. And I find that this whole evening has been basically a confirmation and a realization that the karmic energy no longer serves you. Right? It's no longer being evident as something of benefit to the collective. And a lot of these cards have basically been screaming transformation. So it's kind of like a trap. So they're playing karmic games, they're winning karmic prizes, right? And Spirit's wanting me to acknowledge and speak on this because it's one thing to watch a karmic message, but to get some sort of message to transform yourself and to believe in yourself and empower yourself and to release the past and to heal from it. It's kind of like Spirit working through me to flip the tables. I like your thinking, Ryan. Let's go for 20 votes. Come on. You can do it. And I tell you, I've been in the karmic energy. I understand. I understand what chaos is all about. Okay? And stepping into a divine energy is so worth it. Sitting with yourself, healing the pain, healing the past, sitting through it and focusing on stepping up and out of that, it's so worth it. And a lot of people that are scared to do that and scared to break down and scared to cry and release it, don't be. It's literally one of the most freeing exercises you can ever do to free yourself from the pain, is to have a good cry. Because just as you have the divine light within you that gives you life, it helps your heart beat. Okay? It gives you your intention. It gives you your way forward. It gives you your intuition. It gives you your transformation. And every tear is counted. The divine counts absolutely every tear that falls from your eyes. And these tears release and they carry memories. These tears release and they carry the pain, the suffering. And when you decide to cry it out or to release that way, it allows it to be removed. It brings a lightness to your shoulders and your back. So where some people might feel that it's not good to cry or that it's a weak thing to do, it's extremely strong. It's extremely, very much an empowering endeavor. Because it brings you to a new level. Not only to release the past, but to make room for the future that is you. So I highly recommend the courageous healing. But it ultimately, it starts with you. Return to sender, sending them on a bender, and they're spiraling. You silly rabbit. For karmics to go up against divine energy is probably one of the stupidest things they've ever done. Because I don't care about your ranking, I don't care about where you come from, I don't care what you've got for certification. When you're a coward and you're in karmic energy and you're choosing not to heal and you're choosing to stay bitter and you're choosing to hold on to the pain and just allow it to affect your life and the relationships around you, it doesn't serve anything. It really doesn't. And to think that you're making an impact is blasphemy. It's obnoxious. Right? And in order to be in a position where you have the ability to change and you have the ability to rise above the karmic energy and the bitterness, but you don't, you just sit in it day after day after day after day after day, it no longer serves you. It brings you to a place of pain and suffering. It's really not worth it holding on to the bitterness. It's really not worth it holding on to the pain. But as you go through your healing courageously, all that pain, it releases. So it's definitely worth looking at. It's definitely worth going through that healing, courageous healing of going within and analyzing absolutely every memory that you can muster to see where you may have went wrong. How can you have done things differently? And what can you do and what can you tally up on a list as to how you're going to change and make your life better? How are you going to release the pain and move into something more beneficial? It starts with your own self-awareness. It starts with your own experience and what you want to bring into the world. So you ultimately have the power to change and transmute the bitterness into beauty. Envy into evolution. Fear into fantasy. It's meant to be awkward. That's part of the experience, Sacred. It's meant to be awkward. That awkwardness is the catalyst to your healing. The tears are the catalyst to your healing. The shame, the fear, all of it, all of the negative vibrations are catalysts to your rise. But if you focus on the fear and all the negativity, you will continue to bring about your demise. And people wonder why. Okay, so you know somebody, right? And they may be bitter or whatever, and you see them months or years later and they're even looking worse off than what they were. And then you meet people that might have been in karmic energy that actually healed, and they look better than what they used to be. It's almost by overnight, or months go by and they transform and there's something totally different than what they used to be. It's because of what they choose to focus on. It's what they choose to emulate from within. So again, this comes back to you and your decisions. Instead of feeling angry about the world, like I was the other night, what am I going to do about it? Am I going to allow the anger to be detrimental to my rise? Or am I going to let it be a catalyst? Am I going to turn the pain into power? Am I going to evolve from that? Am I going to rise above it? It's all personal choice. Right? And yeah, believing in yourself and your higher power is ultimately essential to your next season. The ability to transmute that what is being projected onto you is a game changer. And recognizing as to where and who it's coming from is a game changer. Right? Recognizing that the people that are lashing out at you are hurt, they're in pain, they're suffering. And to know that it's ultimately not personal. It's something that they are going through on a personal level. And they have no way of expressing it in a way that's beneficial. So they choose to lash out instead. There are some people that are aware of their situation, and sometimes they might be nice, sometimes they might be bitter. And they cross between the karmic and the divine energy that is being presented to them. They don't know whether they're happy or they're sad. They don't know whether they're angry or they're mad, or, they're ecstatic and fabuloso. Either way, it's up to us on an individual basis as to how we go about the experience. It's about transmuting the pain into power and realizing that we have that ability to do that for ourselves is a game changer. So we're going to pick from the middle. Hitting a brick wall for coming for you. What you doing? Stepping into your divine energy and being untouchable? Unfuckwithable? Interesting. Spirit, who's hitting the brick wall? And why are they coming for you? Why are they coming for my collective? And why the hell are they coming for me? They're hitting a brick wall. So give me 5 cards, please, Spirit, as to what the deal is. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The Ace of Swords in the reverse. The Emperor on its side. the world, Two of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Hitting a brick wall for coming for you. So this Queen of Pentacles reversed, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, could very well be a cusp, being that the swords, Aquarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, cusp. Very well could be a cusp, trying to put an emperor to rest. All because they're rising above and they're moving on, allowing their heart to guide them. I get a very much of a jealousy here. And they hit a wall. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, lying on your name, trying to thwart your leadership and your movement forward and your rise. But you're going forward anyway. You're stepping forward. There is a crossroads here. There is a new beginning. And I do see that there very well could be a new love offer coming in as well. You very well could be also in High Priest, High Priestess energy. You're needing to stand on business. Stand on your intention. Continue moving forward. Continue shining light. Despite the lies and the deception. Nurture the truth that is you, collective. Do the inner healing. It's okay to go within. It's okay to wallow. It's okay to go deep within your pain and your suffering, because when you do that, it's a new understanding. As you evolve and as you look back in the past and you see how far you've come, to see how far you rose from the ashes, to be able to understand better from a different perspective. To know that there's a new beginning coming and that you need to take a leap of faith. For this new beginning is a new season of your rise. It's about loving yourself. It's about filling your own cup. It's about recognizing that you have a cup that overfloweth. And there very well could be people such as this Queen of Pentacles that is jealous and envious that you are no longer filling their cup or no longer sharing a likeness or love towards them. I get a sense of envy. I get a sense of jealousy that you're pouring out to other people and you're not pouring out to them. So they hit a brick wall coming for you, thinking that they were getting away with it, but they didn't. Something that you fail to recognize, collective. The fact that you made it to this point, in this moment, says something. Despite the pain, despite the suffering, despite what you've been through, you've made it. You've made it through absolutely 100% of your days to today, to now, to this moment. So, throughout all your struggles and all of your pain and all of your sorrow, the fact that you've made it to today, it just goes to show that there's something very well that could be deeper to all this. And that's why you do matter. If nothing else, you've lived and survived. So continue moving forward. It's something that you're failing to look at. It's because it's hidden. It seems as though people are slightly deceived. People of the past are coming back. And I'm speaking to my previous sugar coaters, rose-colored glasses wearers. You know, the people that give the benefit out of the doubt. You're no longer giving the benefit out of the doubt. You threw out your rose-colored glasses and you're no longer sugarcoating anything. But it seems as though these people don't realize that, and they're in for a rude awakening. You could be, you could very well be dealing with a karmic Capricorn. That very well could have been lying on your name. Something about a karmic Scorpio as well. That could have very well been a negative Nancy. Yeah. Again, people didn't realize that you've released this codependency. And people were trying to bring that back out in you. They're trying to make you look like you're codependent when you're actually trying to strive for your own. And others, they were trying to hide their codependency. You could be dealing with Aquarius, or you could very well be healing, right? You could very well be healing an avoidant, introverted kind of energy within yourself, trying not to be avoidant anymore. You're trying to become more extroverted and more social, and trying to come out of your shell. Maybe you were spending some time in a hermit mode, doing a lot of reflection. Someone tried to hide the fact that you're chosen, even from you. They tried to diminish you. They tried to ridicule you and judge you. They tried to remove your significance from the world, to make you look like a joke. Spirit, tell me more. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse is popping back out again with the Nine of Swords. Their plan did not work. It's almost they wanted to switch destinies. And I'm really getting a mother figure here. They wanted to switch destinies with you. And nothing they did worked. Because they were not chosen. They were too much of a coward to heal and to step up and out of their bitterness. Tell me more. Yeah, too much of a coward. They overthought. They tried to steal your wheel and your destiny. It blew up in their face. And they had other people regarding this involved in trying to ruin you, in trying to stop you. Tell me more. They casted illusions to your balance. You balance very, very well. You're very talented, whoever I'm speaking to. Whoever I'm speaking to, you have the Midas touch. You can just about fix anything, given the time and the understanding. And they casted illusions over this, over the ability for you to balance and juggle. They were jealous. They were envious. They couldn't handle it. So they casted illusions because all of their other actions did not work. They left you with no other choice but to make a choice without knowing all the information. They left you in shambles and gave you no other choice but to listen to your intuition. And this is what happens when you're blindfolded, when you don't know the full story. And by thinking that they weren't going to tell you anything, you still found out because the divine was always with you. The divine was always within you. So don't think for 1 second that what is not meant for you will not be. It may be stalled out, but it will always be there for you. Through divine guidance, you will prevail. The truth will always prevail. And that what is done in the dark will always come to light. And I'm really getting they defamed your character. They tried to ruin you in many more ways than one. They tried to ruin your relationships. They tried to ruin your job. They tried to ruin absolutely everything that you found joy in because they didn't feel that you deserved to be happy. Because they weren't happy. And you exposed them. You exposed them for the degenerate that they are. Why? Because they didn't want you moving on to calmer waters, but you did anyway. And now they're facing judgment. And everything that they came up against you with is falling apart. Spirit says, get your popcorn ready. You're about to know absolutely everything. You're about to step into your high priest, high priestess energy, if you haven't already, and you will know the truth. And it's something to do with the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm really kind of picking up on Cancer. Has a lot to do with this Cancer person that didn't love themselves. They always tried to be the top dog. Very, very bitter. Now this very well could be the Capricorn that didn't love themselves. Yeah, they threw away the truth. They threw away what was meant for you. And they threw away the ability to even study you or watch you anymore. And they turned to manipulation. They thought by maybe getting other people involved to manipulate you out of your destiny and take it for their own, that they would succeed. But the one thing you do not do, you do not mess with the chosen, because they are divinely guided, guarded, and protected from before the first day of their birth. They will always, always, and forever find out the truth. Open-minded hippie. You're an emperor or empress. You always have been, you always will be. And nothing will change that. Not even the caring Karens not being so caring anymore. People are projecting, trying to get you to project onto others, trying to get you to react, trying to push you, trying to poke you, trying to instigate you. So that way you project onto others and make yourself look like an idiot. Karmics, we know. They will only meet you at their level, not yours. So don't waste your time. These people that want to misunderstand you on purpose, they are literally a waste of your time, collective. They are literally the perfect person to ghost. Because the people that do not want to hear you out and see something from your perspective and actually try to understand, they're not beneficial. They're there to ruin you. They're there to be jealous and envious of you. They're there to tear you up and tear you down. Who is it that wants to meet us only at their level? Who is it that we need to watch out for? Because they're trying to hide it. Very wishy-washy energy. Somebody from your family. One minute they love you, the next minute they hate you. The next minute they love you, the next minute they hate you. And they're looking for some sort of wish fulfillment, and they're love bombing you to get it. Four of Pentacles. They want you to give. They think you owe them something. A big old tower. Because I don't see them getting what they think that you owe them. I think you cut them off. Yeah, because they left you in indecision, inability to make a decision. They left you in shambles. They left you for dead. They left you confused, abused. And now they say that you owe them? No, you're walking away. You're stepping into a new life. You're moving on. You're stepping into a new beginning. Yeah, things are going to start happening very, very quickly for your collective. Now that you've released, your Wheel of Fortune is about to step into major alignment within your life. Your best advice with this is to just go with the flow. The best is yet to come, collective. And I'm so excited for that. Yeah, they're throwing rocks and hiding their hands. What are they doing? Oh, there's justice on the bottom of the deck. Oh, throwing rocks and hiding their hands only helped you rise out of this mess. Congrats, Tiffany. I'm happy for you. Throwing rocks and hiding their hands, and now they can't rest with the repercussions of what they've done. Yeah, because they tried to open up old wounds that you've already healed. They tried to open up an old connection that you've already severed. And they tried to celebrate your demise. But now you're celebrating your rise. Yeah. You found a new self-worth about yourself. You love yourself. You're filling your own cup. And you're changing the way you look at love and the way you love others. And I'm really kind of picking up on the fact that you're no longer people-pleasing. You're giving back to those that give back to you. And the people that are selfish, that think that you owe them something, you're letting them go. Because it was not reciprocal. It was a constant take, 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 take. And these are, some of these people are mother figures, okay? They figure because they brought you into the world, they can take you out. No, they cannot. You didn't choose to come into this world, first of all. Well, you sort of kind of did, but it wasn't your mother's issue. You know, it wasn't your mother and your father that brought you into this world. It was you that brought you into this world. Okay, but they could have acted differently. They could have been more supportive. They didn't have to be so abusive. Maybe they should have chose their children over their boyfriends. They didn't want you walking away. They didn't want you going on to calmer waters. Okay? And this is why they were throwing the rocks and hiding their hands. So that way you wouldn't find out. Tell me more. Throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Yeah. They took away a house. They took away your stability. They took away your ability to be comforted, being in a committed relationship. They ruined your relationships. Yeah, they collaborated with others to come up against you, thinking that they were doing the right thing, trying to destroy your life. reverse magnet, divine protection. You're being divinely protected from these people, these imbeciles. Yeah, because they wanted you in sadness. They wanted you in pain. Yeah, and the divine moved you away anyway. Sevenfold blessings. All of their strategics blew up in their face. All of the bullshit that they pulled on you is blowing up in their face. And you have sevenfold blessings coming. You know exactly what happened. Be patient. All will turn out to the best of your divine destiny within the next 6 months. Your life is about to change. Be persistent, have patience, and do not allow people to gaslight you and tell you otherwise. You know exactly what happened to you. And don't allow other people to say that it didn't, because it did. Stay true to who you are and your own personal understanding. You do not need to get a new perspective on anything, because you've clearly reflected. You've clearly opened up your mind to every possibility of what happened. And it does definitely stem back to these people. And the fact that the divine had to step in and protect you, that just goes to show you what type of ignorant fucking idiots they were. They wanted you begging. They wanted you stagnant. They wanted you stuck. They didn't want you moving forward at all. They didn't want you strong. They didn't want you stable. They didn't want you grounded. They manipulated you. They abused you. And they definitely weren't equal give and take. They took and took and took and took and took and took and took, whether it was your energy, your love, your respect. They created so much imbalance in your life that you thought it was self-sabotage, but it wasn't. These people were throwing rocks and hiding their hands so that way they wouldn't take accountability for what they've done to you. And it was all lies. Everything that they've ever spoken to you was lies. Not a word of honesty, not a word of truth ever came out of their mouth. They wanted you out in the cold. They wanted you feeling worthless. They wanted you having to find, continuously trying to find stability. They wanted you guarding your heart. But the only thing that it did is make you a more compassionate, loving, understanding human being. Someone that stood up for the underdog. Someone that loved unconditionally. And this is what they envied the most. The fact that you still loved. Even after the ridicule, the pain, the suffering. You still continue to hold true to your compassion and your love within yourself. And you're standing on it. You're not allowing other people to ruin your heart and break your heart or break you down. And the divine is right there with you every step of the way. through all the pain and through all the suffering, you deserved better. Okay? Because of the lies, because of the instability, you became picky. We have Picky Peter out here. Picky Peter has very, very high standards. He doesn't settle for less. He stands on business. He knows what he wants and he goes out to get it. So you very well could be in this kind of energy, knowing that you deserve better despite the lies and instability. You know you deserve better than this. So the karmic chicken, so jealous of you, they'll shit all over your success, but too much of a coward to go get their own. They didn't want you having success. And they tried to hide this. They were stricken with envy and jealousy. And they wanted to make you out to be this envious, jealous person. Selfish, conceited. But it didn't work. It actually backfired. And this is why healing from your pain is so predominantly important. Because usually things, they end up blowing up in your face. The fact that you're divinely guided, guarded, and protected brought them great sorrow. Because not only did they try to hide that part about you to other people, that they had come up against you, because absolutely everything that they tried to do to you to ruin you failed. Failed epically. Okay? And the situation with this is that they wanted your power. They wanted your gifts. They wanted your abilities, but they were too cowardice to get their own. They're too cowardice to even believe in themselves and heal themselves in order to elevate themselves to the divine energy in order to access those gifts that were theirs all along. And because of their bitterness, and because of the pain that they choose to sit with and dwell in and not do anything about, now they're cursed. They've cursed themselves because they chose to come up against a divine person. Not only you being a divine VIP, a chosen, a light worker, earth angel. Not only did they come up against you, but they got other people to come up against you, and they didn't even bother to tell them the truth because they are that envious and sadistic. So not only did they involve themselves in their karmic retribution, but they involved other people in their karmic retribution. And because of that, they get double the curse. So the people that come up against you, that were very envious of you, that knew the truth, and they chose to lie anyway, they're cursed. They've cursed themselves. They've not only cursed themselves, they've cursed their bloodlines. Of anyone they choose to love or have or hold within their life, they will be cursed because they chose to come up against a divine VIP. They tried to block your manifestations. They tried to block you and bind you to something that you're not. And they even went on a vacation to do it. They went on a vacation to get practitioners of some sort to come in and to do work on you, thinking that it was going to work, when all it did is curse them too. Thinking that they wanted to keep their hands clean, to go to a practitioner to lie to them, to bring about a demise of your life, to ruin your manifestations, to keep you from rising, to keep you from stepping into your destiny. All because they were envious and jealous of who you are. That little vacation they went on, now they're having to recuperate. Because their vacation wasn't the vacation that they needed or wanted or could have. And now they are sick, extremely sick. It's no fun when the rabbit's got the gun, now is it? And this is a perfect example as to why you don't mess with divine VIPs. When someone that is actually reflecting and doing the healing and striving to do better and to be a better person and to work into some sort of beautiful, they may have started off a little bit rough, but trying to step into something beautiful. And to think that people don't think you deserve that. People think that you don't deserve to heal. They think you deserve to be in your demise and in your karmic energy and in the place that they put you because of their envy. Some people say some people's children, but you know what? I say some people's parents. Smiling in your face, laughing behind your back. Who's smiling in our face? Just in case we need to know. Who's smiling in our face? Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm really picking up on a Cancer female that tried to love you, to manipulate you, rather than love you genuinely. Could have been an aunt. Could have been a mother. Yeah, they breadcrumbed you. They wishy-washied you. They only loved you to see what they could get from you, and it was your energy. It was your sacred energy. They tried to destiny swap with you, to pull off and pull your power away, thinking you didn't deserve it. They wanted it for themselves. But Spirit said no. Spirit brought you through an awakening, and you called your power back. And now they're suffering, and they're no longer protected by your energy because you called your power back and you cut those cords indefinitely. So they can smile in your face all they want because you're going to be the last one laughing. Yeah. They tried to screw around with the divine masculine, divine feminine. The question is, and the situation is here, collective, is that we all come into the world divine. It is our world and the distractions around us that create a karmic energy within us. It is the world that it bestows upon us that makes us karmic. Okay? And it's our choice whether or not we want to call that power back or not. Yeah, you've released these toxic traits due to a toxic family. You released it all. You've stepped back into your divine energy. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. You deserve absolutely all the abundance and prosperity, healing, and clarity that you could ever muster. Yeah. These were some covert, psychopathic narcissists that you were dealing with. Quite possibly family members. But you burnt those bridges, and you brought s'mores. S'mores galore. The ultimate bridge burner. Yeah, they sent you a covert psychopathic narcissist to end you, but that didn't work either. Karmic Gemini could be significant. They thought they were clever, keeping their hands clean. And they thought, oh, we're going to get away with this, no problem. Oh yeah, you're really getting away with it now, aren't you? This mother effer thought that they had the Midas touch, but they really didn't. They had the hands of destruction, and this is why they hired them. And the thing that took them back the worst and the most is the fact that they didn't want to heal. They wanted to stay in their karmic energy because they felt powerful in their karmic energy, not realizing the divine energy is so much more powerful, so much more peaceful, so much more protective. See, the more time that you take to postpone your healing, the more time they be stealing. And these people left you with no closure. These people ghosted you. These people were constantly telling you lies, making you feel ill. Laughing behind your back and smiling in your face, just as they always did. Not realizing all they were doing is stealing your energy. All they were doing is stealing the best parts of you, stealing your joy, stealing what was always meant for you. But as soon as you cut the ties, cut the cords, and called your power back, things started changing. Your gifts started activating. And the truth will set you free. But first, it'll piss you off. That was a hard pill to swallow, I must admit. Even for myself. Masked and confused, they fake and act in your face, so pay attention. So you rip their mask off. You're no longer confused. You're very, very much aware of the situation. And they don't have the option to be fake anymore. They don't have the option to be face to face with you no more. They don't have the option to be in your energy anymore, because the divine said otherwise. Yeah. They tried to take Timmy, the truther, the holy revealer, and put him to rest. They didn't want their truth coming out. They didn't want the truth being spoken. They wanted you to be hush-hush collective. They just wanted you to accept your fate, that you were the scapegoat. Meanwhile, you were the golden child the whole time. And they were envious and jealous and extremely pissed off at the fact that regardless what they did, what they brought to you, brought against you, you still stood in your power. You'll know these people by how surface level they are. They would sooner snorkel than scuba. The people that don't like to go deep into conversation, that find it very difficult, very hard to talk deep conversation, deep topics, deep subjects, these are your superficial people. This is a red flag. You need to surround yourself with people that actually can speak deeply. Otherwise, they very well could have other motives. You're finding out the truth. And all of your return to senders are sending them on a bender. Remember that. And never step out of your power again. You know, they were parading around to these other practitioners and other people to come up against you. They were parading around saying that you were nothing. Oh, it'll be easy. They're just a toothpick. They'll be easy to take out. No problem. Could very well be a Libra, a karmic Libra. A closed-minded muggle. Stop saying sorry for being you, collective. You are important. You're more important than you actually realize. You're more important than even you give yourself credit for. And it's a moment that you need to start seeing that for what it is. Maintain your peace. Keep moving forward. They didn't want you maintaining your peace. They wanted you maintaining chaos. They didn't want you moving forward. They wanted you moving backwards. Stay grounded. Choose your peace anyway. The thing is they tried to get you drunk. They tried to get you drinking. They tried to turn you into an alcoholic from an early age. They might have been even okay with you drinking at an early age, hoping that you would take it on and become an absolute delinquent. But you decided against it. You decided to stop drinking altogether. Right? Because they wanted you drunk as a skunk, masking your feelings with alcohol, but you decided, no, I don't need to do that. I don't need to mask myself with really anything. You stood 10 toes down, 30 steps left, and not my circus or my monkeys. The more you feel, the more you heal. Take time to transmute the pain inside you. They tried to hide the fact that they didn't want you feeling through your emotions. They didn't want you healing. They didn't want you transmuting the pain that was inside you. They wanted it to build. They wanted it to take over. They wanted it to be your demise. And they did this day in and day out and day in and day out. Throughout your whole life. And these are supposed to be family. These are supposed to be people that you can trust, that you can love, that you can confide in. But they decided to try to ruin you instead and take what was rightfully yours. They tried to be a beautiful nightmare. They tried to bring you a beautiful nightmare. It looks good on the surface, but beneath, it's an absolute shit show. They didn't want you fructose intolerant. They wanted you continuously taking the bullshit off the chin and just take it. Just take it. Continue taking it. And like it. Like the chaos that we bring into your life, collective. That's what they wanted. But all of the pain and the suffering brought you to this place of fructose intolerance. The inability to tolerate other people's bullshit. And by creating the ability to bring people of bullshit into your life, kept you moving over and over and over and over again. Making you look like you were self-sabotaging everything. Little do you know, you're living rent-free in their heads now. You're the thought that they have when they wake up in the morning, as they look upon your pages to find out what you're doing to sabotage it. And you are the last person they think about before bed, just in case they miss something. All the while, the divine was with you the whole time. And they wanted to hide the fact that you were a divine magnet for blessings and abundance and prosperity. They didn't want you to know that. They tried to take that essence from you. They didn't want you to realize that you had divine intervention in your life. So they had to constantly bring you pain and suffering so that way you wouldn't see how protected you actually are. So that way you would never strive forward. You would not make anything of yourself. You're succeeding so well they can't even look at you anymore. They're so disgusted with your success that they can't even look at you anymore. They're lurking gherkins. Well, they used to be. The sweet and sour pickle. They love to love you, but love to hate you, and hate to love you, all at the same time. And now, they can't love or hate you, because now they're licking their wounds. They're licking their curses and trying to elevate themselves out of this sinkhole that they tried to put you in. Flipping tables and stomping fables. Collective, take some time out and allow all the thoughts, the pain, the suffering to come forward and let it rise to the top. Okay?
Speak a little louder, I can't quite hear you in here.
Sit on the dock and let it float to the top. Sit with it. Alchemize it. Release it. Collective, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. If tonight's message vibed with you or resonated in any way, shape, or form, super chats are definitely appreciated. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, head on over to the links section here on my profile and check out the Hipsy link. If you sign up with Hipsy, you will then know when I am available for one-on-one sessions at a permanent basis. They will be starting soon. So if you'd like to give back to the channel and help me get into my next season by helping you, it's all greatly appreciated. My PayPal is open for donations. All of the inscription is in the description below. I want to say thank you for being here tonight, sharing this time with me. I wish you all the best. And if you can't be good at it, at least be good to yourself. So that way, you can be good to others. And I'll catch you in the next video.